the quickest and easiest way to complete the Dark Ops challenge, social distancing. Now, you can do this solo obviously, but there's a much easier way. Step 1 is simply bring in a friend, have them probably bring in the GS45, since if they get damaged, it doesn't really matter, it won't affect anything. Make sure they bring in Idolize, Frenzied Guard, and if you want to help get points, have them bring in a double points, and then make sure they have maybe a insta kill to help out, and whatever they want to do to, you know, have their weapon do a decent amount of damage, whether that be a perkaholic, hidden power, wall power, whatever it may be. But honestly, they will be fine playing zombies normally, since you're the one that needs to not get hit. Now for your loadout, bring in Idolize, profit sharing, and you can either bring in hidden power or wall power. I brought in hidden power for the reason that I wanted to make sure that I had my gun upgraded the most in terms of rarity, because you do not get a lot of salvage doing it in this way. Then you want to make sure you have the Ether Shroud and the ASG 89, just because that is a very strong weapon and it will pretty much one shot or just destroy zombies up until round 20, and it makes it simple. And then you can also bring in shields up and Killjoy as your 2 other gobblegums, and just, you know, spin the gobblegum machine every single time just to see if you get one. Pretty much the last 2 are anything to make it easier for your friend, because shields up obviously doesn't mean anything to us because we don't want to get hit at all or else the challenge is done. And insta kill is simply for the abomination, but that's also where Ether Shroud and Idolize comes in, because there's going to be potentially 2 rounds of abominations depending on when you get your vermin rounds. But I like to do worst case scenarios, so just make sure you have your friend and your Idolize, and then you can take both of those abominations out with ease. Now when the game starts in Liberty Falls, pretty much what you're going to do is simply stay on the top where you spawn. Do not move from there until maybe, I mean, it's honestly up to your point situation, but your friend is going to be essentially right below on top of the gas station the entire game. Now, I accidentally activated profit sharing right off the bat because I didn't realize that the thing was still open. So do not do that. I would say wait till like round 5 or so and then pop it, because that's when a double point should pop up eventually. And as soon as that happens, you can pop your profit sharing, and you guys will be pretty close together to the point where you are going to get a lot of points, and it will help both of you because one, you can open the door to get to Pack-a-Punch earlier, and it will also help your friend be able to go ahead and get set up too, because he's the most important since he's going to be killing the majority of the zombies in this game. Now the other tips and tricks I can give is make sure that when a vermin round hits, it normally hits around, I'd say round 6, sometimes it hits on round 5, but when a vermin round comes, you want to make sure that both of you are on the top of Liberty Falls. The reason why I say this is because vermins tend to have a jumping attitude where they will just, if you miss a shot, they'll jump at you, challenge is done, it is what it is. Now what you want to make sure you do is if he's in front of you, he will take the brunt of the force. You just need to make sure you're also hitting your shots. Now I made the mistake of when I was doing playing Citadel with the swords, I like to turn off my aim assist because then I won't randomly have my stick drift look a certain way, and because I like to just swing my sword while I'm editing or whatever it may be, put a rubber band around it while I'm editing, and sometimes that stuff happens to where I'll just be randomly drifting off, and then next thing I know I'm downed. So what you want to make sure you do is have aim assist on, obviously, because it's just going to make it easier. And I just accidentally had it off, so I was missing a lot more shots, and this round was probably very sloppy on my end, but all in all it made it very, very simple, because towards the end of the game, which eventually after I'm done talking I'll have just it play out normally, but I had 188 kills in the entire game of zombies and my friend had 911. So you're going to not do like a lot, and honestly I probably killed a lot more than I was supposed to, because I also was kind of messing around on round 20 when you actually get the calling card and you don't need to kill him. But I would say when it goes to about anywhere depending on your point situation from round 5 to round 7, go ahead and open up the map, and make it as easy as possible. Make sure your friend has the last zombie and just make sure you're locked in, but start opening up the map, sharing the the payment of each door, just so that way both of you guys have enough points to get set up, because you want to make sure you have enough points so you can either buy the ASG off the wall if you have wall power, or enough to pack a punch one time. And then your friend should have probably around 15-20k around this time, and he'll be able to pack a punch once, maybe buy armor if he chooses to, buy his perks. The only perk you're going to want is simply speed cola, But the only reason why that's not really a requirement is because you're not really going to be killing a lot in general. But speed cola does help. You could buy the other ones if you'd like, but there's no point considering we're not going to be running around to make stamina useful. Quick revive isn't really anything because we don't want to get hit, so Jug's out of the question. PhD, I mean, I guess if you wanted to slide into zombies and play a risk reward type situation, but it's just simply speed cola and that's all you need. But as you can see right here on the vermin round, I think that's depending on how I have this synced up, but vermin round comes around and we go ahead and it is the first round, so it didn't really matter, but he was making his way up here to come guard me, I believe. Well, hold on, maybe not. Maybe I did probably tell him to stay down there actually for this first round, but future rounds, you definitely want them to help you out. Now, I think in our game, we did not end up opening the map until about round 9. That's because we kept trying to save last zombie, but then we had a double points and we're like, or it was like some situation where I was like, okay, let's just kill again. And then we had another thing happen, so it was like a nuke with double points. So then we were like, okay, let's go another round. So we pretty much did our stuff at round 9, but it really doesn't matter when you go as long as you just make sure you get set up eventually. But just make sure before every round you hit the gobblegum machine, so that way you can potentially get your shields up or your killjoy, just to help the situation of either helping your teammate or even helping kill manglers or abominations, mainly abominations, just because you want those dead as quick as possible. Now your tactical situation is just really up to you. I like decoys because it's a quick get out of jail free card, as well as, you know, ether shroud, but you really only want to use these when you're actually in a predicament. And because the lack of salvage that you do get in this game, that's why I do hidden power, because you're really not getting a lot. But also, if you get probably to around 16, 17, wherever abomination will spawn, and say you don't have another idolize because you messed up, but you want to make sure you at least craft a symbol monkey at that time. Now, this is the vermin round, so this is how you're going to want to do it. As soon as you see it spawn, you just have your friend come up there, and he'll have his GS45s or whatever gun he wants to bring in that he's comfortable with. Now, I was missing a lot because, like I said, aim assist was not a thing that I had on, because I'm an idiot and just had it turned off, and also a skill issue for the most part. But it's so simple. You literally just have him do everything the entire game, and it makes this so much easier. You don't have to worry about a vermin randomly jumping at you. Now, I did have a couple close calls in this game because I wasn't locked in. You want to make sure you're locked in for the full 20 rounds, about 30 minutes of just purely locked, because you don't want to risk randomly just having a zombie randomly appear in front of you because you weren't paying attention. So round 15 is when the first abomination should spawn. You know, in the more common cases, sometimes you can get lucky, it's round 16, and then you will only have to deal with one abomination. But we normally would pop idolize. As you can see, I was ready to pop it, but it took a little bit longer to spawn, and then he was just like, well, I got frenzied guard and killjoy, so I'll just do it this way. And he ends up killing the abomination relatively fast, but the idolize is still there just in case you need it, because it's not hurting anyone to bring in an extra one. It's not doing anything, you know, damning, because you can just do that just to get out of jail free card or just to advance a free round. Now, I mean, I just like to have it because if you are doing this solo, you can make sure the abomination rounds, the hardest ones that are there, you make sure you can get out of jail easily with that. And then the second time around, since you're solo, you would probably have ether shroud, make sure you pop killjoy, and then go to manglers. Are the least of your worries though, solo and in the duo situation, just because they're so easy to kill, and with your ASG they're just gonna shred them. So that's why I haven't even talked about them at all. But obviously you get about 1 per round, and if you're doing it in the duo, you know, version that we're doing, he's going to be killing the majority of the manglers, so you really don't even have to deal with it. Because if he stays near the gas station the entire time, normally the mangler will spawn and they'll spawn below you, but sometimes they will have a spawn where it's just right in front of you to your left a little bit. So just keep an eye out for that. By the time he does spawn, it takes him like a good 3-4 seconds before he even has an animation of even thinking about attacking you. So by that time you can already kill him. Just make sure you watch the ladder, so if your gun's not doing enough damage, just make sure you're paying attention to both sides of where they could spawn, but try to take him out as quick as possible. But it's really simple. But yeah, that is essentially it for all the tips and tricks. I mean, if you see a nuke, get it, because the faster you can fly through the rounds, the better, and probably least, you know, nerve-wracking, because you're just sitting there trying to make sure you don't get hit. Just pop idolize when you need it. If you really are in trouble and in a pickle, just go ahead and pop it right there. But if you have your ether shroud and all that, just make sure you Stick to the game plan and it should be relatively simple. But I'll let the gameplay play out from here in the raw form, and you guys can hear my reaction to getting in, how simple it was. I mean, you literally don't even have to think the entire time. But that's it for me. Hopefully this did help you guys for getting this calling card, and if it did, leave a like, subscribe, and you guys know the drill.
Wait, did the new round
I will see you guys later.
Oh, okay.
Okay, my build for this shotgun must suck. I feel like I'm hitting, but it ain't hitting.
Oh yeah, it might suck because mine kills all the way up to like round fucking.
Oh no, I meant like it ain't hitting. Like I'm missing bad. I'm just ass.
It's just the player.
Yeah, it's just a player. I'll agree. I'm too tired to disagree. Part of me was like, let me just chuck a grenade in the air. Okay, I'm popping an idolizer immediately as soon as I even see sun on the radar. I ain't taking no chances. Alright, I need sun to pop off the fucking radar. Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh, okay, he spawned over here.
Alright, I have it popped as well, so I can actually come shoot.
How long does it last?
I don't know.
Yeah, you're doing hella damage. My shit's just tickling this little self.
I guess once mine finishes, you can go ahead and pop yours. Fuck it.
I feel like I probably could have got that fucking challenge doing this too.
I mean, I could always do it if you want to.
I'm not worried about it.
I don't mind repaying the favor.
So they just. So I'm guessing it's like 30 seconds. That's what it looked like.
Crap.
Oh my god, that's so weird seeing them all just stand like that.
Yeah.
Kind of scary. Oh shit, now we got this.
Oh, perfect. Show me.
Perfect.
Finish it.
Did you see that GIF I used?
Yeah. Did you see my thing? I literally did the exact same wording, except I switched cereal with consumables and used the exact same GIF. I am not creative. I just stole your shit. I was like, fuck it. Damn, there's still this many zombies left? God.
Crazy.
Here's a decoy.
Yeah, I also have a decoy.
I use Ether Shroud because why not? Why when I pop that shit, hella zombies decided to spawn up top.
Friendly guard's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, it is my favorite thing they've added. It's in Cold War. Please, I need to see this round 20 already. This shit kind of taking a while. Round 19 was the longest.
Is there still one left? There it is.
Show me, please. I want to be done.
Imagine we got a complete round 20.
I don't think you need to. But, well, I haven't got it yet. Excuse me, game. Pop it. There it is. Oh, thank God. Thank you. Holy shit.
Oh, I don't even have to escape. That's weird.
That was so bad. I'm cutting out all of that.
Nah, keep it in.
Nope, cutting it all out.
Keep it in.
Nope.
Here we go, man.
I just smacked air just now. My character. Oh, that's the new map. Janice Towers, what we just passed. That's the new map.
Yeah.
We'll get to it. Ah, feels nice. 9/11. What you trying to say, man?
Sir.
9/11.